It's me, Ari Dossett. In this video, I want to quickly address societal blackouts. Now, biological blackout, if you want to know more about that, that's a medical condition. You can go to a medical doctor or even good articles online. A medical blackout is simply when your brain doesn't function well anymore, or your nerve system has a dysfunction and you faint. Or the blackout can be slowly, you begin to forget things, you are more tired. Look it up for yourself online. Okay? The type of blackout I'm addressing here is a social phenomenon. And this is how it goes. The public is upset. Why? Because something disrupts their daily ease. They take action, or better said, revenge, on whatever they perceive is the thing that disrupts them, or quote unquote bothers them. In the action, or revenge they take, they go too far. They cause a lot of collateral damage. Now let me give an example. Let's say there are complaints often in a neighborhood. And often the complaints are about those youth hanging on the streets. And there are often complaints about it. So now the public gets fed up. So they say, man, send extra police officers over there. So the ex-police officers come. Now there's police brutality. Now the police brutality is something that went too far. Or now there are also people that come from the neighborhood that can't get jobs. So now they're discriminated against. And the thing is, the public doesn't even know whether those complaints in neighborhoods were true or not. The thing is, the complaints affected them. They were upset that they just wanted it to stop so that they could continue their ease. They showed no interest to actually figure out what was going on and to look for a solution in everyone's benefit, as far as they could. Now, what happens when the collateral damage is in their face? The public develops a societal blackout. If you would show them video images of the police brutality, they'll say, yeah, but we weren't there. You didn't. It's only a part of the event that was filmed. So maybe the guy carried a knife, maybe carried a gun, and then you tell them in the police report that people were unarmed. Yeah, but sometimes police are stressed out. That's why they react in certain ways. Okay, but if they're not fit for the job, why were they hired? Yeah, but that's what you have to deal with the police corps for. So people will keep coming up with excuses to either deny what happened or to play down what happened. And in many cases, people just, quote unquote, forget about what happened. They suppress any memory of it. Why? Because they have to admit it's us, the community, that did this. They don't want to talk about that. So, when a societal blackout happens, often it's a stranger. For example, let's say you move to a new neighborhood, you and your wife, or maybe you and your family. You move to a new neighborhood, and in the neighborhood you notice that there's a house over there that's empty. Nobody wants to purchase that house. Or you notice that, hold on a minute, how come that when it becomes evening, everyone is quick to leave the streets? Or maybe you are at a new job, okay? And you notice some strange dynamic at the job. The thing is, societal blackouts are common. It's the public's coping mechanism when their own bullshit backfires. That's what it comes down to. Now, the stranger who was not part of the revenge that took place, either as an active participant or as a latent contributor or enabler, the newcomer is innocent of what happened over there. But here it comes. The moment the newcomer notices something is off, it's the responsibility of the newcomer to figure out what happened. Now, right, when this individual decides, okay, I want to figure out what happened over here, when they talk about it, they get people denying it or people looking weird at them. Sometimes they'll even get subtle warnings to let it go, don't talk about this. Some people flat out told that if you continue in this, you're going to get in trouble. Some people even threatened, sometimes by criminals, sometimes by people with official positions. Of course, the threats are not going to be in their face so that you can prosecute them or press charges against them. The thing is, the same way a narcissist so-called forgets all the bad things they've done unto you, the same way society, quote-unquote, forgets the negativity they've enacted or that they've contributed to on their own members. They don't want to be remembered of it because that means they have to admit that they're unstable, therefore unreliable, and not trustworthy. And that means that they have to face themselves in a mirror and agree that they need help, they need therapy, counseling, and at some point they realize, hold on a minute, there's something deep-rooted in our being, we need Christ. They don't want to go there. They don't want to go there. They just want to keep on denying and escaping. The moment the disruption happens in their life, they should have had the attitude, okay, let's figure out what goes on and solve this. But that requires effort and the realization that they may be contributing. Not it's completely on them, but they may be contributing to a bad outcome. They don't want to go there. They just want to be left alone. Well, okay. So they got upset, they kept complaining and murmuring, and someone acted out and did the dirty job for them. But now they don't want to admit that they're the ones that generated the negative climate that led to the victimization. For example, everyone keeps talking bad about a colleague. One day, the employer fires the individual. But now, it comes out that that employee that was fired pressed charges. And the judge says, well, the guy's correct. The way they fired you didn't add up. Now suddenly, all the co-workers who are the ones bitching complaining to the employee behind the scenes, now they all pretend like, oh, we never complained about the individual. Now they want the employer to take all the blame for it. Why? Because if this comes out, no other job wants to hire them. So they want to cover themselves. Or maybe in the neighborhood, people kept bitching complaining about someone, and one day someone knocked that individual out. Because they thought, hey, nobody likes the individual anyway, so nobody's going to feel bad when I do something to them. And when this happens, if the perpetrator is arrested, the perpetrator will say, hey, but the whole community was in on it. So either they let the perpetrator off the hook, or the whole community turns on the perpetrator just to cover their own behinds. So understand this. Societal blackouts are common. Look, it's not wise to openly reveal that you're onto something, unless it's required, because you're doing actual research, or you're about to warn people. When you notice a societal blackout concerning something, pay close attention. That's a sensitive thing that can cause some folks to trigger. I don't want to be the one that are going to blame folks that trigger, but realize societal blackouts, they happen. Acknowledge them, go to the root of it, and in the spirit, decrease declarations, prayer, and daily steps, take action against it. That's it for now. Keep on clean with Christ and be at peace.